The Bremerton Knights had to wait 3 extra days for senior night, but are poised and ready to tangle with the Port Angeles Rough Riders for the final regular season home game of the year at Les Heathorn Gym. Last year, Cajun Alba led the Rough Riders past the Knights 70-62 to secure a second-place finish in the Olympic League. Here's Alba again, working against the deep. The Palmer drives in with 4 in the clock, and he hits. Cajun Alba. 14 points here in the third. Tonight's sophomore sensation Jalen Davis is determined for the seniors to go out winners on senior night. Coming out of backcourt, 4 seconds to go. Davis for 3. Swish! Jalen Davis to ripple and the triple to wind down the first quarter of play. Tonight is the 11-1 and 7th-ranked Bremerton Knights and the 3-9 Port Angeles Rough Riders on the ISBNsports.com Game of the Week as the action starts now. Okay, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to Les Heathorn Gym in Kenwell's Court tonight. It is senior night here at Les Heathorn Gym, where the Bremerton Knights, the 11-1 Bremerton Knights, will say goodbye to 2 departing seniors here tonight, being Frank Allen and Dallin Anderson, both captains on this team. That's right. The clip we played during the intro here tonight, well, was last year the final game of the year that saw the Port Angeles Rough Riders beat the Bremerton Knights and knocked them down to the 3rd spot going into the playoffs last year. Well, since it is senior night and they say goodbye to the departing seniors, we'll start off with the national anthem. And performing our national anthem tonight will be Melanie Martinez. She'll be singing the national anthem as we wait for the color guard to come on to Les Heathorn Gym. And it's going to be an electric night because these 2 teams have squared off over the years and both have had great games. As the color guard strolling onto the floor for the national anthem, he's sung by Melanie Martinez. As the color guard comes onto the floor. Okay, nice job by Melanie Martinez singing the national anthem tonight. Well, now next on the docket is they're going to say goodbye to the departing seniors as the color guard exits. Of course, they're losing 2 captains tonight, Frank Allen and Dallin Anderson. Well, they can do that anytime. they can.
Thank you.
And so you don't see this matchup is another close one. Bremerton has won 20 out of and lost 23 to Port Angeles. As I mentioned in the outset, the last win for the Port Angeles Rough Riders was in February 8th of 2024, practically almost a year ago. And so, and that was a big game with the likes of Kason Alba, the likes of Alex Dunning, the likes of Isaiah Shamp and Ezra Townsend and Parker Nickerson. That was the starting five for the Port Angeles Rough Riders last year as they beat the Bremerton Knights, and that was the 72-60 win, a 12-point win. In Case and Alba was a big part of that, as Parker Nickerson had chicked in 26 for the Port Angeles Rough Riders as they beat the Bremerton Knights almost, this is
Our next senior.
363 days ago, Jim.
Kari is escorted by her friends and family.
And so it's a brief senior night with Frank Allen and Dallin Anderson. I had a chance to talk to Dallin Anderson's dad before the game, and it's always an emotional moment, not only for the parents, it's not only for the player Dallin Anderson and Frank Allen, but it also is an emotional moment for his teammates and the head coach as well, and Maya Davis.
Well, if they weren't going to the playoffs, Kevin, this would be the last time they would wear a Bremerton Knights uniform. So and I can't, you don't, when you're young, you don't think that that's ever going to come, but all of a sudden, bam, it's here. It's like, oh, I'm not playing anymore.
Just like old age, But if you're right, this is a senior night that is not quite a senior night because they get to play perhaps a home game here on the outset of the playoffs as well. Perhaps if they can the Scrim will succumb to the Bremerton Knights on Monday night.
Yeah, we'll know that. We'll know that after the swim game on Monday night. Coach Davis sent me a thing, and they're doing the seeding for playoffs right after the game. So if Bremerton wins, which they can, they'll be the number one seed. If Squim wins, which is a tough environment, then they'll be a co-league champion, and they'll have to decide. Usually it's with a coin toss. Who's going to be the number one seed going into the postseason?
He's going to do the junior varsity as well, Luke Kitchie, and with his parents out there. And then here's Frank Dallin Anderson, a very popular player with the Bremerton Knights, and of course Paps Gazelle, as we talked during the broadcast, he runs cross country and has won some state titles with it, and it certainly pays dividend for the Bremerton Knights on the hardwood as well.
Oh yeah, no, his feet on the floor, and you see his family just keeps on coming. I don't know, I have to ask them. I don't think they have any daughters, but there's at least 5 or 6 boys. Hold on, let me find out.
That's there's a whole host of the family, though. They could have a family reunion with the many people they have here tonight for Dallin Anderson. Well deserved for Dallin Anderson. And Frank Allen will be next before we get to the starting lineups for both teams. Jay Montgomery interesting there, getting ribbons and all sorts of things around his neck. Hope they don't hurt his back before the game with all the stuff that they're hanging around. I hope they don't hurt Dallin Anderson's back with all the stuff they're hanging around his neck before the game. He looks like Mr. T out there with all the stuff dangling around his neck.
Well, there are 2 more Andersons down in the middle school right now, an 8th grader and I think a 6th grader. We'll be seeing more Andersons.
You see, there's Frank with a whole host of lays around his neck, coming out in the hardwood with family members as well, and as mentioned, it's not quite so emotional as I mentioned as they get to play more games. But like you said, if this wasn't the last final game of the year, it would be. If this was the final game of the year, it'd be quite emotional for the players. I barely remember my senior night. I remember football on my senior night, getting called out on the field, but that was about it. They didn't really do that for golf, so with that. I quit baseball to play golf, and
well, I didn't know you played golf in high school.
Yeah, I was.
I thought it was football and basketball.
Most improved in golf my junior year, as I was working through Gold Mountain Golf Course growing up and through high school. Worked there, and I'll put 3 minutes on the clock as we'll give the teams just a few extra minutes to warm up before we get to tonight's game against Port Angeles. But as I mentioned, Port Angeles, they had a I was talking to Casey Hewlin before the game, and I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head now because this is a casual conversation. But they had a real stud that they had on the roster going to come into this year, but they packed up and moved to California, and then that left a big hole in the roster spot for the Port Angeles Rough Riders. They're certainly in transition after losing Alba, Nickerson, Townsend. Did I say Nickerson already? But they lost 5 players to Isaiah Shamp, who right now Isaiah Shamp currently plays with the Peninsula Pirates basketball team. So he didn't have to stray too far from Port Angeles to keep playing basketball. Saw him earlier over at Olympic College when they played at Olympic College.
But this is not a gimme game. Port Angeles is a very fine coach. They've been getting better as the years go along. If you look, the only team recently, they lost to Bainbridge and they lost to Squim, two of the tough opponents. So this could be, and Bremerton jumped on them very quickly, got up in the first quarter. But after that, for the second and third quarter, Port Angeles in their own house regathered and played Bremerton even all the way through the next 2 quarters. And if it hadn't been for Jalen, who had a triple-double that night and 18 steals, he was getting steals all over the floor, Port Angeles could have very easily have won that game.
Well, they have, here's your starting lineup for Port Angeles anyways. Matthew Miller, Gus Hallberg, Blake Stolberg, Keaton Hope, and Brock Hope will be your starting 5 for the Port Angeles Rough Riders. So again, Jim, bring some height to Brock Hope. Big kid, 6'9". He's a sophomore, so Keaton Hope, he's a junior. Keaton Hope is a senior, rather. Blake Stolberg is senior. Gus Hallberg is a senior. Matthew Miller is a junior. Gus Hallberg was a key component also off the bench for the Rough Riders last year. He got some starts as well for Casey Hewlin and company. So he's going to lean on Gus Hallberg and Matthew Miller to control the tempo of this game, bringing the basketball out of backcourt.
And although Port Angeles is not going to postseason, they got a very proud program up there and a very, very long history between Bremerton and Port Angeles in football, basketball, all the sports. So this is not going to be, Coach Casey over there is just not coaching for the last game of the season. He came down to beat Bremerton, and that's what Port Angeles is going to try to do.
It's going to be the usual sex with Dallin Anderson. Of course, we'll get to start tonight as well. Going to have Enoch Taylor, Aaron Matthews, Frank Allen, Captain Dallin Anderson, and Jaden Davis. Interestingly enough, you look at the GPAs for the Bremerton Knights. A 3.8 for Dallin Anderson, a 3.8 for Jalen Davis. That's what they got right here. Oh. Well, mine was ranked far below the players listed here. Well below, especially well below Dylan McKay, Aaron Matthews, and Frank Allen, which at the minimum have a 3.2 GPA. So I think mine was more of the 2.5 variety in the C+ area. So, once again, the starting lineup for the Rough Riders: Matthew Miller, Gus Hallberg, Blake Stolberg, Keaton Hoke, and Brock Hope.
It's amazing how your GPA gets better every year.
It's probably better now than it was back a long time ago. Here's the starting lineups. Let's listen in to Jay Montgomery.
A 6'1" sophomore wearing letter O, number 0, Enoch Taylor. A 6'1" sophomore, number 2, Aaron Matthews. A 6'3" senior, number 4, Dallin Anderson. A 6'6" senior, number 3, Frank Allen. And a 6'3" sophomore, number 10, Jalen Davis.
Okay, there's again, if you missed it, it's Enoch Taylor, Aaron Matthews, Frank Allen, Dallin Anderson, and of course the sophomore sensation, Jaden Davis, getting the the Bremerton Knights introduced Jay Montgomery. So after all that, we have a basketball game about ready to start. And of course, at halftime, George Edgar will be providing the halftime stats and his insights. Nice crowd again filtering in on a Friday night. As a nice night as the usual crowd shuffles in.
It's not as big as it has been. Everything about everything he knows.
Not quite to the luxury of a squid matchup.
No, not Scrim's going to be packed.
Okay, Knights control the tip going left to right. And Enoch Tater over to Allison on the near baseline, posting up Frank Allen. So I'm talking to Frank Allen after the last game, and they were listening in our conversation because that was part of their practice mode, is setting up and posting up Frank Allen and the big man, Behan. Okay. On the baseline was Hoke. Feeds the far corner for three by Hoke off the mark. Andrews gets the offensive rebound and feed it into Brock Hope. He scores the first 2 points of the game. Port Angeles on top 2-0 early on here in the first. Jaden Davis pops from 18 and gets the roll. Ties the game at 2. Near corner for 3 by Stolberg off the mark. Frank Allen gets the rebound, goes coast to coast. Drives right in, gets good defense on him by Hallberg. To flip it out, trying to save it from going out of bounds. He does as Jalen Davis. It's a jump ball, which Frank Allen gets, goes in, reverse, flips it off the window and in. Frank Allen for 2.
A lot of effort on that shot, on that basket. Took a lot of effort.
Here's Miller. Counted by Matthews. Hope double teams, stripped it away from Davis into the hands of Matthews. Skip past ahead. Enoch Taylor on the baseline. Precision vision by Matthews, finding Enoch Taylor, who scores in 6-2 Knights. A 6-0 run by the Knights.
Bremerton being very aggressive, playing a 2-3.
Here's the big man Hope off the mark. Anderson with the rebound. Outlet pass to Tater, almost stolen away by Miller, but Enoch Tater comes down a 3-on-1, feeds out for Davis for 3 on the off angle and hit. Jaden Davis. He's got 5 in the Knights with 9 unanswered points. They've gone on to a 9-2 lead. A full timeout call by Port Angeles. We'll be back. This broadcast is presented by Bremerton 76.
Well, howdy. Welcome back to Bremerton 76. Your usual, honey? A large biscuits and gravy? No, wait. Maybe a breakfast burrito? Oh, you want a sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich. Which one are you going to have today, darling? The bagel, croissant, English muffin, or biscuit? A breakfast burrito too, sugar? You must be hungry. And a large cup of coffee? Oh, you be careful now. Here at Bremerton 76, it's always hot. Oh, how about a brownie for later? You know we make them fresh. Thank you, baby. We'll see you later for lunch here at our deli. We have those burgers you love with all the fixings and our special sauce. Bye now. Y'all come back now to Bremerton 76. You know where to find us, honey. Right here on the corner of Rideout Road and Wheaton Way in East Bremerton.
Okay.
You understand?
Bremerton 76. Okay, here we are. Port Angeles coming out of the timeout, trailing 9-2. 9-0 run by the Knights. Driving in was Miller, rim checked. Davis speeds out of backcourt. Fires over to Matthews, far side, drives in. Off the window, off the front rim, and drops through. Aaron Matthews, he's got 2. Knights
Tough shot.
needed 11-2. Out on top to Gus Hallberg. Feeds it near side to Hope. Out on top to Hope. Far side for 3. Rolls it in again. Gus Hallberg for 3. Stops the bleeding momentarily for the Port Angeles Rough Riders. Gus Hallberg, a big part of their team last year. Nice feed inside to Frank Allen. Gets the whack, gets it off the window and scores. Frank Allen, he's got 4. Knights lead at 13-5. And Frank Allen will go to the free throw line to shoot one in for Port Angeles, Alex Engevine and Brody Pierce. Engevine, a 5'11 senior, and Pierce, a 6'2 junior. Frank Allen will attempt the free throw to complete the three-point play. Ricochets off right, off the front rim. Rebound pulled down by Flores. Here's Hallberg out of backcourt. Feeds off to, here's Hallberg with the basketball, excuse me. Hallberg still with it. Zone defense shown by the Knights. Extending the offense out to the outer perimeter. Hallberg near side, driving in is Engevine. Baseline, ripped away from him from Enoch Tater. Speeds it ahead to Frank Allen off his mitts and out of bounds. A turnover by the Bremerton Knights. Port Angeles will inbounds from Engevine into to Matthew Miller, the 6' junior. Just right at the free throw line to Hoke. Back to Miller. Drives in as Miller. Goes up and couldn't get down with the drop down. Allen rips down the rebound. Hands off to Matthews. He weaves his way out of backcourt to the free throw line. Far side for Jalen Davis from the far side. The ripple and the dribble for Jalen Davis. He's got 8. And it's 16-5. Knights extend their lead here early. Here in the first quarter, 3:50 to go. Here's Hallberg. To Flores. Front side to Miller. They're trying to get the ball off the stump. He finally does on the baseline. Yeah, Engevine in the far corner. Now to Flores. Back out on top to Hallberg. Extending the defense out to him is Matthews. You get 2 in the shot clock. Just finally have to fire one up. Was short in a shot clock violation by the Bremerton Knights, Jim. Extending that offense for the Port Angeles First Riders up beyond the three-point line.
Oh, yeah, no, they've gone to a man-to-man. So they're testing Port Angeles' dribbling abilities. And although they're solid, they're not enough to get around Bremerton.
Enoch Tater with the far side at the Frank Allen, the free throw line. Goes in. He knows how to kiss it off the window. He does. He's got a good spotting with that shot off the window. Frank Allen, he's got 6. And it's 18-5. Knights on top. To Brody Pierce. Drives in against the defense of Taylor. In the corner to Hoke. And he stepped on the inline and they turned the basketball over back to the Bremerton Knights.
Yeah, I thought it was an offensive foul. I was waiting for the call.
First quarter action, 2:50 in it, 18-5. Knights have went on a 9-0 run. And then since then, a 9-3 run. Game of runs here in basketball. And the Knights have provided most of that here in the first quarter play. Enoch Tater over to Anderson near corner. Down to Anderson, back out on top to Tater, spins into the lane. Goes up for the up fake for Frank Allen. And Allen scores up to nice feed by Enoch Tater. I think they wanted to go up with the alley-oop, but he just kind of flipped it to him, and he was able to use the window and kick it in.
Yeah, it was a very, very interesting shot.
Nice leader by 15 here in the first quarter. Different story here in the second go-around in Port Angeles and the Bremerton Knights. Flores with it. Near side to Engevine, and walks with the basketball. Turnover by the Rough Riders. And checking back in is 6'9" Brock Hope. Back into the lineup for Port Angeles. Just Miller, Hallberg, Pierce, Hope, and Hoke. Tater, Allen, Matthews, Anderson, and Davis from the far corner. Just a ripple and the triple. Jaden Davis feeling it tonight. 3 threes here in the first. And it's 23-5. Knights on top here in the first quarter of play. Here's Miller stalking out of backcourt. The Hallberg. Out on top, feeds inside to Hope. Walks with the basketball underneath.
Actually, he didn't. He just, body motion made him look like I was looking at his feet and watching that. He didn't pull his pivot foot up.
Matthews to bring the ball out of backcourt. Time running down here in the first quarter of play. Allen just to right of free throw line, feeds it to Tater. Back to Davis near side and hits. Jaden Davis is on fire here in the first quarter. He's got 14 points here in the first quarter of play, and it's 26-5. Knights feeling it here in the first quarter. Here's Miller. Good defense on here by Matthews, near side. The ball poked away from Hallberg momentarily by Anderson. It spins into the lane. Gus Hallberg flips it up the window. Nice spin move by Gus Hallberg. He's got 5, and it's 26-7 here in the first quarter with 42 seconds left in it. Taylor out on top to Anderson. Wings it to Matthews. To Davis back on the outfield and go to Matthews down to Frank Allen. Free throw line kick. Drives in. Kicks out for Taylor for 3. Enoch Taylor. He's got 5. And it's 29-7. Knights hitting everything they toss up here in the first quarter, Jim. Miller with Matthews on him defensively. Over to Hallberg. As the Knights again extending the offense for the Rough Riders are way out between the circles. Here's Hallberg, far side, hesitation move. Drives in, goes up, Frank Allen reaches in, blocks the shot, but is whistled for the foul. Frank Allen's first. They're letting him play, Jim. He's just one team foul here in the first. And,
by both teams.
And Hallberg will be at the free throw line. He's got 5 of the 7 points. And make it 6. Here's Junior Davis McCorder coming in for Enoch Taylor. Matthews will go out, and Jaden Turner, the 5'10 freshman, will come in for Bremerton. The back end of 2 for Hallberg, swirls in and out. Frank Allen goes in, gets the rebound, baseball shot down, will go off the mark. We're through 1 quarter of play here at Les Eathorne Gym in Kinross Court. It is the Knights 29 and the Port Angeles Rough Riders 8. We'll be back with second quarter action. When we come back, you're listening to Bremerton Knights basketball on your Bremerton Basketball Broadcasting Network.
They are back-to-back 2As all-time state champions. Congratulations, Knights cheer. Back-to-back state champions.
ATK Insurance has 3 locations, and in Bremerton. See how ATK Insurance can assist you. Call 220-77-7645. ATK Insurance, we're here for you.
Did you know PC Parts and Service is Kitsap's #1 Apple and PC specialist? Did you know PC Parts and Service offers world-class repairs on your desktop, laptop, Apple, all-in-one, and gaming systems? Did you know PC Parts and Service has the widest selection of computer parts and accessories in Kitsap County? Did you know PC Parts and Service offers same-day or next-day repair service on all computers? Did you know PC Parts and Service offers malware and virus removal with flat fees for in-store labor? Now you do. PC Parts and Service, 1210 Sylvan Way. For inquiries, call 360-373-0424.
Okay, welcome back. Second quarter action. It's about ready to get underway here. Let's see, third Gym, Kinross Court, K-Mac, Jim Portune. Knights on top, 29-8. And the Rough Riders will have the basketball to start things off here in the second quarter. Hallberg feeds at the free throw line to Hoke, who feeds back out for Hallberg for 3. Does not get the shooter's roll, and should Turner with the rebound for the Knights. Here's Frank Allen. Jump shot off the mark, no good. The quarter gets a rebound, feeds back out to Anderson, now to Turner. Near angle, gets a pick from Allen at the free throw line, drives in. Hosts one up with the left hand. Allen reaches over Hope to get the rebound, fires one up off the mark, no good from short range, and will go out of bounds. Knights will maintain possession off to our right. Well, it's been a busy work week for me. Here's Turner. Leans right in to Hallberg and draws the foul. He drains the shot. Jaden Davis. I don't know if he's missed one yet, has he? He's firing on all cylinders here in the first quarter and makes it 31-8. Taking back in, Hunter Flores for Port Angeles.
Number 5, Alex.
And Alex Engevine, if I live a senior, back in as well. Jaden Davis to attempt the to complete the three-point play, which he does. He's an excellent free throw shooter. 32-8, 7:20 to go. Hallberg weaves his way out of backcourt. He tacks his way out of backcourt. He comes to near side, far side, near side, far side. He tacks his way out. Here's a pass trying to get it to Miller. Deflected in the backcourt. Retrieving it is Angabay. Back to Miller. Up fakes, drives in. Nice dish to Brock Hope. He has 4. And it's 32-10. Knights on top. Here's Turner. Hesitates to move. Left hand flings it up. Is fouled on the play. And now drawing foul after foul after foul. And when to go up for a shot are the Bremerton Knights. And then getting the foul that time will be Alex Angabay, the 5'11 senior for Port Angeles. I thought Aldi would be here tonight with Port Angeles. Maybe thought
he's probably with Squim at North Kitsap.
Oh, maybe so. Yeah. Good call. Anderson gets the tap back off the offensive rebound. The quarter, hounded by Miller. Feeds it inside to Frank Allen. Or so he is that wingspan is Frank Allen. He's got 10 now. It's 34-10. Knights on top. It's 6:28 to go. Here in the second quarter play. You know that Jim Liddy, he knows where to put it off the window. Here's a steal by Frank Allen. Feeds it ahead to Dalen Davis. Back to Allen. Goes up. Hags in the air and hits. Nice feed by Davis to Frank Allen, slashing into the lane and goes up and lays it in. Davianus Miller goes by the defense of the Knights. Misses the lay-in. Long pass down, deflected out of play by Hallberg, the 6-foot senior. Taps it out of bounds on the baseline. Knights basketball. A quarter will inbounds. Feeds it way out on top to Turner. On him defensively is Angabay. Gets a pick from Allen. Fires and back iron, no good. Rebound pulled down by Flores for Port Angeles. Feeds out on DeMiller, who brings the ball across the half court. Turner will wait for him as he retreats back into defensive posture as the Rough Riders come into front court. Near side to Hallberg. Feeds it inside by Hope. Jabbed away by Davis. Saved from going out of bounds by Allen. Feeds it ahead to Davis. To Anderson. The ball never touched the floor. Never touched the floor. And it's 38-10. Knights on top. Miller out on top to Flores. Flores feeds it back to Miller on the off angle. Feeds inside for Hope, and the grabbing foul call, I believe, on Anderson to try to get it into Brock Hope, the 6'9 sophomore. And Anderson does get the foul. Non-shooting foul. And here's Jay Bean coming in for the Knights. Allen will step out. And we have a timeout on the floor as well. Timeout on the floor, we'll step aside. 30-second timeout. We'll hear from our friends at Tiny Mess and Sign Shop.
Starting a business? You already have one. Express yourself. Tiny Mushroom Sign Space Customers service, such as final decals, fans and flyers, and more. For whatever your needs are, come visit our professionals at Tiny Mushroom Sign Shop at 605 North Cowell in Bremerton. Appointments to see our Tiny Mushroom Sign Shop. You call us 660-478-9090. Express yourself. Tiny Mushroom Sign Shop.
Well, the Knights flexing their offensive muscles here in this one. They've outscored the Rough Riders 9-2 to start things off here in the second quarter. The inbounds to Hope. Gets out on top to Hallberg. Dallin Anderson converges on him defensively. Hands off to Miller, coming off the pick on top. Good defense by Anderson. Yep, fakes. Goes by him with a right-hand flip off the mark, no good. Bean rips down the rebound. Deflected out to Anderson. Feeds ahead to McCorder. Drives baseline on the near side. Off the mark, no good. Tapped up by the Knights. By Turner, won't drop. Near side to Flores. Up fake, drives in, spins in. Good defense on him by Anderson. As Flores flips it up, in and out. Turner with the rebound ahead to Anderson. Back to Turner. Elevates from 16, rims off right, ball deflected out. Into the hands of Hallberg, who saves it from going out of bounds right before the scorer's table. Will come in and fire. Looks good. Short. Turner with a rebound. Speeds out of backcourt to Junior McWhorter. Hesitation move. Flips out to Bean. Drives in from 10 feet. Off the mark. No good. Leaves it short. Angevine rips down the rebound for the Rough Riders. They come out of backcourt. 40 minutes to go here in the first half. K-Mac, Jim Portune, senior night. For the Bremerton Knights. Monday night. What a big night that's going to be. Delayed broadcast. We'll have that ready for you after the game is over. Floor is short. Leaping in and getting the rebound is Jalen Davis. Drives out of backcourt. Spins around. Nobody on him. Feeds it this side to Turner for a left-hand shot. Looks good. It is good. The ripple and the triple from Junior Davis McWhorter. His first three of the night. And it's 41-10 here in the first half.
Hey, so your stats don't get matched up. That was Turner. Oh, he said McWhorter.
Did I? My bad.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to make this.
Yeah, it's Terry during the break.
Fouls number 33, Liam. That's his first personal.
Was it McWhorter that made it? Or was it McWhorter that made it? Okay.
Number 10, Hope.
And we'll just make the appropriate adjustments. 5 points for Matthews then, right? Okay. Casey Hewlin, head coach for the Rough Riders, will flash out the play as they inbound on the baseline with Brody Pierce. Feeds it to Stolberg. Back to Stolberg. McWhorter on him. Near side to Hallberg. Drives in. Window too strong. Nice rebound by Turner. And he is grabbed after he grabs the defensive rebound, trying to break away, Jim. They're trying to stop the pass break. They're just trying to grab and to slow people down.
Smart move. Patrick Lewis does that all the time.
Yes, they do. Anything to slow down the team that was quick as cats.
Yeah.
That's why they were called the Wildcats. Turner converged on by Flores out on top. Drives in, and reaching in was Hoke. Going to see if he gets the foul or not for Port Angeles. It is Hoke with the foul.
First person, 14 foul.
So Turner will go to the free throw line to shoot two. Turner hasn't scored yet. Am I right with that?
Yeah, he had the
Yeah, it's
three-pointer, which you get from the court.
Let me get Matthews for.
Second free throw was good. Jaden Turner.
Okay, we have a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a full timeout. Is DJ Joe Frank. He's more than this music. He's alive with the party. Go to djjoefrank.com if you want your wedding, birthday parties, senior night parties. We got it. He'll do it for you.
Spring wedding coming up. You better book now.
That's right. Well, if you're getting married, better you than me. Hey, we'll keep it right here as the Knights lead at 41-42-10. I have a good record of not making the same mistake twice. So therefore, I am single.
We won't discuss that.
Well, to show how I haven't made the same mistake twice is my last. I got divorced in '85.
Well, my problem is my cat ran away, so I have to go to town.
That's what happened. They went to the pound and got me, then tried to put a leash on me. I broke free from the leash. I just tell people I just wanted to make my own decisions for a while. 42-10, Knights on top. 2:41 to go here in the first half.
Well, then you ended up with the best roommate in Kitsap County.
And I wanted to make my own decisions, and I don't know why most of them are wrong, but they are. Hallberg with the basketball, feeds it off the far side to Flores, still with it, holds the ball high above his head. Feeds straight away for Solberg for a straightaway three. Did not hit rim, goes off to left glass. Davis to the rebound, hands off to Turner. Back to Davis, flips it back to The Turner gets it's an offense. Yeah, you can see it coming. He kind of have an offensive foul on Behan as he tried to just extend his arm out.
He went and set the screen, and Turner didn't use it. It's really the ball handler has to run the defender into the screen, and Turner just wasn't really ready for the screen to come.
Yep. 42-10, Knights on top. Solberg to Flores, driving in between. His Pierce has a shot blocked. Rejection City. Yeah, it's hard to get things over or by Behan.
Being 6'10 in broadcasting, I don't think it's independent.
No, because we're in people's way. We're sitting behind us. Wait, we're 6'10 with the cowboy hat, with the Mexican sombrero. That'd be a bad move. Behan spins around and hits. Jay Behan from 14 feet spins around. As nimble as you please.
It took him like 4 moves on that, but finally got it, which is good.
That shows athleticism by the big man. Driving in is Hallberg, misses the shot. Davis with the rebound.
They're going to need him through the playoffs.
Getting valuable time for the Bremerton Knights. Couldn't get the crowd to pass and taps it out. It goes in the hands of Hoke, who gets the steal. Hoke drives in, feeds out. They work the ball around to Flores, leaves it short. Trying to save it from going out of bounds, and does as Hoke gets it in to Pierce, who drives in, goes up and lays it up and in. Brody Pierce, the 6'2 junior, scores for the Port Angeles Rough Riders. 42 seconds to go here in the first half of action. It's been all Bremerton thus far. There's almost a steal by Port Angeles. As jumping the route was Blake Solberg to tap it out of bounds. Dallin Anderson will pop off the Knights bench for Jalen Davis, who gets some rest. Because the Knights had this one in hand here early. Kind of expected it, but you know, for Port Angeles, they're not going to be a 3-9 team or whatever they're going to end up with this year. Stepping back is Turner, kicks up high off the back iron. Outlet pass jabbed away from the hands of Hallberg. Almost a steal, but a foul on Jaden Turner.
Yeah, I mean, Turner's defense has dramatically improved since getting here. But what's got to improve is his patience offensively. He's got lots of moves, but he's taking difficult shots that he doesn't need to take.
Hallberg gets the defense of Turner in the front court. Gets a pick from Flores, and Behan rips the ball away, gets a steal. Feeds it down to Jaden Turner, goes up to the left hand and scores. Jaden Turner, he's got 7 to end the first half. The Knights in the first half and a big run. Going a 17-4 run to end the second quarter of play. And it's 46-12 here at halftime. In a moment, we'll come back with George Edgar with the halftime stats. We return. You're listening to Bremerton Knights basketball on your Bremerton Basketball Broadcasting Network. Coming up on a date to be announced on ISPNSports.com. The Bremerton Knights and Swimwell meet for a showdown at Randy Camp's Gym in Swim, Washington. At stake, the Olympic League 2A Championship. Tune in for all the exciting action on ISPNSports.com. It's apps only, all sports broadcasting network.
Drill team, your music is on.
Okay, welcome back to the broadcast. Here is George Edgar with the halftime stats.
All easy to add up for Port Angeles. They only had 5 made field goals out of 22. The leading scorer right now is Gus Hallberg with 5. Brock Hope has 4, and Brody Pierce has 2. And they've coughed it up 7 times to Bremerton. As for Bremerton, they're shooting incredible. They had 12 of 13 in the first quarter by my count, and they're currently 19 of 29 for the game. Leading scorer Frank Allen has 12, Jalen Davis has 15, Enoch Taylor has 5, Aaron Matthews 2, Dallin Anderson 2, Jaden Turner 6, Jay Behan with 2. There you go, K-Mac.
All right, thanks, George. Here's your halftime stats with George Edgar. We're back with second half action. We come back. You're listening to Bremerton Knights Basketball on your Bremerton Basketball Broadcasting Network.